Hello, what's up everyone? Welcome back to VP Reacts, I'm Vicky.
Peter here.
Welcome to another episode of our reaction video.
Yeah.
And today we're back with not actually a song, but I think it's a speech of Malcolmx. The speech is about revolutionary about speech. Okay, Malcolmx speech about level. Okay, am I repeating myself? There is a speech about what the
revolutionary.
Oh, revolutionary.
Revolutionary.
Revolutionary. Okay, that's better. Revolutionary speech about a global united African people that got him assassinated. Something like that. Yeah. Okay.
Just like it's so unique, huh? Yeah. Speech about global united people, African people that got him assassinated.
Okay, and it's a revolutionary speech, so something like he's calling for change or something.
Oh, I get this. Yeah. Like this speech is the one that got him assassinated.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. By the way, that's better.
Yeah, so that's better.
This is now the speech that
that put him on a hot pan.
Hot soup.
Yeah, that made him like.
Okay.
What are you saying?
Oh, the speech now is about a global united Africa.
Exactly.
And now the African people are revolutionary, and then now this speech got him assassinated.
Yeah, got him in a problem later. Okay. So Malcolmx was a revolutionary.
Okay, is he something like an activist or
something? Yeah. Revolutionary is an activist. Those are the same.
Yeah, those people calling for changes and fighting for people.
Justice, fighting for justice and so on. Yeah. We don't know much about Malcolm X.
Yeah, but I think I've ever had this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's not, and basically I'm an historian, so I know some snippet of it about Malcolm X. I think he's just a revolutionary in back 1950s. Back there, when America, I think he's an American. That's what I know, but I don't know much. So guys, you can educate us much on the comment section about Malcolm X.
So basically, this we are not quite that familiar with the story, so it's quite new to us. So all your thoughts, all the background, all of them, come with them on the comments. And before we get right to it, let's give some special thanks to Trey. Yeah. He was the one who suggested this particular video. So thank you so much, Trey, and thank you for the support as well. But welcome, guys.
Exactly. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. With this one, is a huge topic. Let's just jump into it.
I'm interested.
So much.
Okay.
Welcome to the African Leadership Series, where we bring you great inspirational speeches of African leaders.
And one of the things that's going to help to bring this about is the independence of Africa. One of the only reasons that we in the West have never organized, we have hated our image and our African image. And because Africa has been in the hands of people who have created an image of Africa that's negative and hateful. And proud of Africa, and we become proud of our African blood, our African heritage. And this is what is beginning to make the Africans in the Western Hemisphere today develop more race pride. And as this race pride develops, then it has a tendency to make us want to unite together and work together. And your Western imperialists and colonialists consider this to be a grave threat. More threat than communism or Marxism or socialism or anything else. The Africanism is what they consider to be the real threat. The Organization of Afro-American Unity sees the only hope for the black man in America in a strong Africa, and the necessity of the Afro-American becoming inseparably linked with the overall program that's existing on the African continent. The two problems must be solved together, and the two forces must go forward together. And so the Organization of Afro-American Unity has a program to link the Afro-Americans with the Africans and the Africans with the Afro-Americans. When I say Afro-American...
Yeah, I was about to ask that. Afro-Americans, huh? When I say Afro-Americans, let's continue.
I mean those throughout the entire Western Hemisphere. This is our only hope. Our hope is in a strong Africa. And when Africa is strong, our position in America will be one of respect. But if Africa is weak, we will never be in a position of respect in America. They used to have a saying that one doesn't have a Chinaman's chance, but they don't say that anymore. They used that expression back when China was weak. But now since Mao Zedong has been successful in making China a strong country, the Chinese have more chance than anybody else. So this saying has become outdated. Well, just as it took a strong China to give a Chinese person respect, wherever that Chinese person is found on this earth, when we get a strong Africa, the person of African origin or African ancestry will be respected any place on this earth, even in America. But he will not be respected in America until Africa is strong, just as the Chinaman wasn't respected abroad until China became strong. And in all of these, many of these countries in South America and Central America, and even in Canada, they are heavily populated with people whose ancestors came from Africa. So when you total up the number of Afro-Americans, real Afro-Americans, in the Western Hemisphere, there are perhaps 100 million.
Oh, I think Afro-Americans are those Africans who just migrated to the other...
Yeah, like those who have African roots.
Yeah, they came from Africa, but they're staying maybe in the US
and
all that,
and
other countries.
There. So he was fighting for a strong Africa.
Yeah, so he wanted the Afro-Americans to unite with the Africans, like we become like strong together.
Okay.
Yeah.
And which year was this, huh?
We don't know. Anyway, comment down below.
Yeah, let's continue.
And if these people ever unite among themselves, not only is it necessary for the Afro-Americans in the United States to be organized, but it's also necessary for the Afro-Americans in the Caribbean, or the Afro-Cubans, the Afro-Brazilians. It's necessary for all of them to be organized. And then once they are organized in each place, we have to organize among ourselves so that the Afro-American in the United States will be working in conjunction in a coordinated program with those who are in Cuba, and those in Brazil, and those in Venezuela, and those throughout the Caribbean, and Haiti, and in the West Indian Islands. And in this way, we actually get strength. And it's not an accident that there's no organization existing in the Western Hemisphere that's designed toward that end. It would be a direct threat to imperialism as it really exists, and to colonialism as it exists in the West. Today, for the first time, the black people of the West are beginning to look homeward. They're beginning to look back toward the mother continent of Africa, and they're gaining spiritual strength from these roots. The African continent is on the rise, the motherland is on the rise, and our people all over the Western Hemisphere are looking back at this rising continent and the unity of that continent, and it's giving us strength and hope for the future. And for the first time, not only is the black man on the African continent fighting and seeking and fighting for his place in the sun, but his fight is putting the same spirit in the black people in the West, and we are also seeking and fighting for our place in the sun, and we will not rest until that place has been secured.
Okay.
If you like more African speeches like this, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to catch all.
Oh, that was the speech from Malcolmx.
Malcolmx. Oh, so his aim was just to people to get together, to unite, like the way he said, like all the
Afro-Americans,
Afro-Americans, all the Afro-Americans from different parts of the world to get organized and maybe coordinate with this Africa, the main, the motherland, so that they create that strong bond.
Strong Africa.
Yeah, I think that's the point where he got he sold himself.
But
out.
why?
Because,
I can ask why.
In my take is like maybe the other, maybe now the other countries, or like USA and other countries took it like maybe he's starting, maybe he's going like fighting against them, because these people are in their countries, so maybe they have like have this norm that they belong to their countries, not like they belong to Africa. So it's like he's causing like some fight, or some people to divide.
Also, from this one, I have noticed that for according to Malcolm's speech, Afro is someone who has African origin.
Yeah,
so there is Afro-American, Maori, Brazilian, there is Afro, Argentine, as those Cuba, as we go on. So he was trying to mobilize the world to remember their home, their origin, and support them.
Kind of stay connected.
Stay connected and fight with them. You know, at that time, I think it was
a period
after
of colonization.
Or after or before. I think it was after colonization, as he says. Africa and the motherland is starting to be stronger, so with them being mobilizing it and being together with the motherland, connecting to it, it will make even more stronger and more respected.
He was having this notion like, when we are stronger, we'll get to be respected. But when we are weak, will never get respected.
And there is a Chinese leader that he mentioned that I don't know about.
He said like, I don't know, we should be stronger, like compared to like China, when they were weaker, they were not that gaining that respect, but when they were stronger and now they are gaining the same respect.
I'm looking for that word because
I don't know. So I think it's maybe it was Chinese leader or something.
But now since Mao Zedong, I'll do a research on it. Please, guys, if you also have some.
I think he's the leader.
Or he was.
Mao, he was. Has been successful in making China a strong country.
I just want to know more because I said I'm an historian. So for today, I've just learned about Mao Zedong. I just want to know.
I've learned so many things. Even Afro-Americans, I don't know Afro what.
Afro-Brazil, Afro-Argentine, Afro-Cuba. So I think these topics are huge one, and it depends on which side are you standing on. And
or maybe you are maybe people maybe have a whole background of story or how events were at that point or at those days. So if you maybe understood the story way better, you'll have some good explanation. But for us, this is quite new to us, so we cannot explain more about it, because maybe we'll explain things that are not there, that were not there.
And I was saying it depends on which side are you standing on at that time, because there was a colonization, then it ended, and then the colonization came with negative and positive parts. So it depends on which side. But I don't understand how uniting Afro people uniting, or people with African origin uniting together can lead someone to a hot soup.
I don't know. So I think, guys, you will give us maybe what was exactly that he said that made him to be.
He said he wanted a united Africa.
Because for this speech, I feel like it was just something someone can say, and I feel like it was something. Not something bad to say, something like that.
That's why I say I can neutralize it by saying that it depends on which side are you standing on.
Okay, or maybe the story behind this one. More stories. Maybe guys will give us more stories so that we can get to understand better. Even I am really curious to know how did it go and all that. What really the events that happened.
And mainly, guys, who is Malcolm is really speaking a lot sense and fighting for something unique. He
was fighting,
something unique. Not all activists are fighting that time of fighting for it. But thank you, Trey, for this one. These are very good, and I think I'll dig more on it. I want to know Mao Zedong, his contribution to China, and then Malcolm's journey, and on how it ended that tragedy that made
more so on the events. I'm really curious.
Thank you. If there is more, please bring more, because here is just not only music. We usually also learn. Histories,
videos,
anything, even movies. So with this one is more knowledgeable, exploring, and also just to know more. It's better for you to be more knowledgeable.
Exactly, that's what I was saying. We are not in a position maybe to judge or to give more, because we don't know the history and we don't know what happened, the events. I think after guys have now given us the whole story, we'll try to give our our take on it.
And up to now, are we really Africa united? I can say no, because we are divided into regions. There are those from the northern part. Those are kind of Arabs, the Egyptians, Moroccans, and back on the other side of the north part. Then there is southern part, and then there is this from western part, Nigeria. There is us from eastern part. That's like Kenya, Tanzania. I think we are not just, even on currency, we use different currencies. So I can support that we are still not united.
But I feel like we are kind of united because, you know, unity doesn't mean like, maybe you can be just, you know, when we are not united, you will find like many countries are fighting against each other, like religions are fighting, like something like that. But if there is a peace and you can freely come from this country, maybe visit another country without a problem and all that.
Yeah, like I'm saying, at that point, we have peace coexistence. Like we have a peaceful coexistence. But in coming to our financial or on a financial table to our bargaining, the bargaining power in the finance, like maybe in trading, in and developments and everything, everybody is fighting for himself.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my take, because I'm in Africa, I know.
Because there is this organization like AU, I don't know, African Union, something like those. So countries are united in some way using those organizations like African Union, I don't know, East African what unions.
But
there's so many organizations that countries are meet and interact and share ideas, maybe trades and all that. So but, people can be, I feel like we are still united. Not if you compare like past and now, I feel like people are united. Okay. You know, maybe it can be like 50%.
Guys, this is a huge topic, but don't forget to like it, share your thoughts, your genuine thoughts on this one. Guys, we are out. Thank you, Trey.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.